She was suspended because she threatened to shoot herself and a classmate with a Hello Kitty bubble gun.
A pink Hello Kitty bubble gun similar to this one is the reason a 5-year-old girl was suspended from kindergarten at Mount Carmel Area Elementary School. She was at her school bus stop last week when she told a classmate she was going to shoot him and herself with the bubble gun. A gun she did not have with her.
It's just bubbles. It can't harm anybody.
It's only a bubble gun for a 5-year-old.
District officials at Mount Carmel Area Elementary School questioned her for 3 hours without her parents' knowledge. She was suspended for 10 days for making terroristic threats.
The incident will go on her permanent record.
And if you haven't seen how one of these works, that's what it does. It just blows bubbles.
He was facing possible suspension. And I remember like the toy my son was playing with in the morning. And I said, you know, it can't be the same gun he's talking about because there's only 2 inches.
I was at lunch with my Lego toys. I had them out, and the principal ended up finding them, and then she told me to go to the office with my books and everything. And then she had to call my mom.
Oh, at the time, he was extremely upset. He didn't know what he did wrong. He didn't know why he was in trouble. I told him on the phone, he was hysterical crying with the principal that, you know, you did nothing wrong. I'm not mad at you. I'll get your toys back, and we'll take care of this. This was overkill. This was ridiculous. This was not necessary.
Second grader is suspended for pretending an everyday object was a gun.
Tom, 7-year-old Christopher wasn't playing with a real weapon. He was just playing with his pencil. He pointed it at a friend during class, and today I asked him to show me the action that got him suspended. And what is that you're doing?
A machine gun noise.
Now he's sitting at home suspended from the 2nd grade.
He's just being a typical boy. You're taking away his imagination.
Christopher's father, a former Marine, says the school overreacted.
What's the big deal? You know, I mean, he's just being a kid.
A spokesperson says the school has a zero-tolerance policy when it comes to weapons.
A pencil is a weapon when it's pointed at someone in a threatening way.
It was already a rectangle. I just kept on biting it, tore off the top of it, and it kind of looked like a gun, but it wasn't.
Josh admits he was trying to shape it.
All I was trying to do was turn it into a mountain, but it didn't look like a mountain, really. And it turned out to be a gun, kind of.
When his teacher saw his strawberry tart.
And she was pretty mad, and I think I was in big trouble.
Then Josh's dad was called.
And she said that they had to suspend Josh for 2 days because he used his breakfast pastry and fashioned it as a gun.
School officials will not comment on the case, citing privacy reasons. But Josh's dad tells me he was told that his son also said the words bang, bang while holding that breakfast pastry. And that constituted a threat.
I mean, it's a pastry, you know?
I forgot to color that part.
Now Josh just wishes he could go back to class. And he wants his pastry back.
I didn't get to eat all my breakfast. I just can't believe I got suspended.
7-year-old Alex Evans doesn't understand his suspension.
They said I was being suspended
any better than he can pronounce it.
It's called Rescue the World.
He was playing the game during recess at Loveland's Mary Blair Elementary School and threw an imaginary grenade into a box with what he called pretend evil forces inside.
I pretend I had something in my hand. I pretend in the box and there's something shaking in it, and I'm like, and I go.
He did not throw anything real or make any threats against anyone.
Are you okay?
He explains he was pretending to be the hero.
So nothing can get out of it and destroy the world. Yeah!
But his imaginary play broke the real rules. The school lists what it calls absolutes under the parent resources section of its website. Absolutely no fighting, real or imaginary, and no weapons, real or imaginary.
I think that when a child's trying to save the world, I don't think you should be punished for it.
I was suspended at school for making a gun out of my hands.
And tonight, a 10-year-old bright Indiana girl isn't being allowed to go to school because she colored her hair with Kool-Aid.
We have students at campus kicked off for wearing American flags on their T-shirts. This happened in America this week. Watch this.
We had to turn our T-shirts inside out, and then we could go back to class, but we said no because we thought it would be disrespectful to the flag if we were hiding it.
It happened last Friday at Mustang Mid-High. As the week was winding down, a student decided to snap a cell phone picture of a napping substitute teacher, not realizing the serious consequences ahead. That student was suspended.
A small crime and big punishment. A 6-year-old kicked out of a Colorado school for giving a kiss. The school calls the first grader's peck on his classmate sexual harassment.
It was during class, yeah. We were doing reading group, and I leaned over and kissed her on the hand. That's what happened.
How can you do this? How can you say this about my child? Remove sexual harassment. Remove it from his record.
You know, Scotty, she's got a point here. Once you start attaching that word to a 6-year-old, he's stuck with it forever. Can't you call it, cootie transmission?
Should this picture of a gun on a laptop be enough to get a kid suspended from school? That very debate going on in Santan Valley right now.